Hi everyone, I'm Alistair Phillips. I run a company called Alistair Phillips Folding Knives. I make folding knives based in Canberra out of Australia. I got started making knives in 2004, so I've been making knives for a bit over a decade now, 14 years. I started originally in folding knives, in more traditional style folding knives, and I've made those by hand for a long time, and that was kind of where my interest lay. But I'm really interested in how they go together, how the mechanism works, getting the action feeling really schmick and really nice, getting the tolerances in place so that you've got the smooth action, you've got locking up to a really nice click when it locks into place, and things like that. So from there, the traditional knives led me into more modern knives with locks and things like that. And so from there, I designed this one, which was a modern flipper. So that opens reasonably nicely, and it's got the liner lock there. This was my first foray into using CAD in my designs. Up to this point, everything was designed on pencil and paper, and the reason for that was I wanted to look into being able to manufacture more of them. Making knives by hand is a kind of slow process, and with the amount of kind of time that I have as a spare time or part-time maker, the output that I have is kind of limited. So if I can have a CNC running parts while I do all the important finishing work, making sure the tolerances are right, that the lockup's correct, all those important parts that really set off a finished product to something that is just kind of rushed together, then that's where I'd rather spend my time. So some people use water jet to get their parts made quickly. I was using the bandsaw. So it's time savings like that where you can kind of remove the manual tedious labor part and put your time where it matters. That's what got me interested in going into CAD and CNC a bit more. So from that one, I've always really liked the opening mechanism for Spyderco knives. So I talked to Spyderco and licensed their round hole from them. So I've got permission to use the round hole from Spyderco knives. And I've designed a few, but this is the latest one I call the Redback, because we've got a spider in Australia called the Redback Spider, and also I've kind of incorporated that into the model. And so this knife in particular took off quite well. It's had lots of great feedback from everyone around the world, and Spyderco have picked it up as one of their production models. So I actually happen to have the factory-made version of these two knives. So that's one of the proudest accomplishments in my knife making career so far, is to have this model bought by Spyderco Knives and produced as a factory knife. And they've done a really, really good job of matching. You can see, the dimensions, the shape, bringing it together. The factory knife, obviously, we've got the Spyderco deep carry clip, which has gone really well. And yeah, it's just a really, really good interpretation of my knife. So from there, where the future stands is I'll be continuing to make some of those Spyderco knives by hand, and in the meantime developing a few more knives that can be made on the CNC, and I'll be bringing those knives out in the future. Let me run through a few reasons why I picked the Syil. The main one was looking at the features of CNCs in this price point, and the size factor that would fit in my garage. I needed a small footprint machine that I can fit in my garage, and I had a look around in this footprint of machine with the features that it's got. We've got an industrial style controller, we've got servos for all the axes, we've got a high-speed spindle, 10,000 RPM, I've got a tool changer. All those things and the price point made Syil stand out above the rest, so I was really happy with the decision to go with them.
Yep.